Happy day, children. Myself, Miss Uma Vidushi, your English teacher, and this video is in continuation of the chapter Wild Duck of your English literature book. So, let's start.
Dear children, in my previous video, as I explained the fact that the father and his son had brought guns with them instead of fishing poles, enable us to exclude the possibility that they are on a fishing trip. So, they are waiting for the teal to fly by. So, these all happen on page number 10. Today, I am going to explain you the next page of the chapter. So, my dear children, now reading further in paragraph 14. Will they all land here on the lake? So, the son asked from his father. They look too high. I think they are aiming for somewhere else. Who decides? The son asked. They know, said the father. Then they were overhead, the sky filled with masses of birds in flight. A flurry of bird calls. Father and son looked at each other. Means this statement concludes that teals or the wild ducks are flying too high as they were not able to shoot them or they were not able to fire. So here goes. The man undid his safety catch and started firing, throwing buckshots at the sky. The explosions shook the boat. The lake rippled. He pumped the gun empty. Too high. They are flying too much. So these statements says the same, that the teals were flying so high and they were not able to manage the shoot. They have missed the several shoots or fire. So this doesn't prevent his son from trying to shoot them as thou and unlike the father, and he manages to hit one of the teal. This you will come to see in the. His son slowly raised his rifle. He had a more patient and steady hand. He picked a single speck out of the mass in the sky, the leader of a formation flying towards them. He aimed and fired. The speck plummeted. You got the leader, the man cheered. Another bird swiftly took its bird place. They were all leaders by instinct. I want to find it. The boy put down his rifle and took the paddle. So this statement concludes that as father has missed his shot, he was unable to shoot any of the bird, but his son has managed to hit one of the teal, one of the duck, and he hits the leader of a formation who was flying toward them, which is actually rather symbolic as the gun he uses belonged to a leader. So that's why it is written the speak fluttered, means the bird fell down very quickly as soon as it was hit by the sun. You got the leader, the man cheered, means his father became so happy and he started cheering that you got the leader of the bird. Another bird swiftly took its place. They were all leaders by instinct, means as soon as the leader of the formation fell down on the surface, the other bird from the group took its place, and now it became the leader of the formation. By instinct means by behavior. It's a natural behavior, means not having to think what to do next, how to act. I want to find it. The boy put down his rifle and took the paddle. Did you see where? Means the boy want to get that bird which he hit just now, and he want to search that bird. That's why he is asking from his father, I want to find it, that where it fell down. Did you see where? Means he is asking his father that have you saw where that bird fallen? It fell just behind the bulrushes. See what is bulrushes? Means it's a small plants small plants or tall plants which are generally grow near the river or lakes. Go round that way. The boy moved the boat against the tide of teal still wheeling overhead. His arms trembled as he pulled the paddle through the black water. Means he was not liking, or he was little disturbed by the way he shot an innocent bird. His father was very cheerful because his son today proved his maturity by shooting any bird or any animal. But unlike his father, he was he was completely disagree toward the detective's way, who used to generally own the guns, or now he is owning the guns, and he is completely not liking it, the way his father is behaving, because he is really very fascinated of watching birds in the sky. And as he shot a bird and that bird fell somewhere on the surface, so he want to get that bird, and he was not at all liking the way of hunting. So that's why he moved against the way of the tide of the teal, means the way they are flying around. And as the wild ducks were moving together in a direction, so he started moving in against the direction of that teal, until he wants to get that bird from there. So my dear children, that's all for today. In this class we have learned the two different behavior on an action of the two person. As a man was trying to show the maturity and he was trying to teach how to hunt, but the boy is disliking the hunting and he was very much fascinated towards the birds. So there are some more differences in their behavior, and I want you students to please find out some more points of differences between this son and his father. Till then, take care. Bye bye.